Hi, everybody. That's isn't that your line? You stole my line. It's time for the unicorn to go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. Well, what do you want to do then? I want to read a book. Oh, okay, all right. Which book would you like me to read to you? I want Gray Hawk of Terrapin. Oh, you're just saying that. You're just wanting to play favorites. I love it. Okay, all right. I can swing that. Okay, let's see. You can help me out. Okay. Let's see. Do you have a little bit of a cold? Just a tickle. Okay, well, you looking good though. Well, thank you. Okay, so chapter 1. The Green Lion. Is it green? You know it's green. One January, Melanie Fraser, mule to her friends, looked through a shop window. She was 13 years old, and she lived in Vancouver, British Columbia, where it seemed to never stop raining. It's a little true. Why do we have to move? Wondered Mole. I don't care about a sick uncle. She and Mum had to pack up everything and say goodbye to everyone. After they moved, all of the bad days, bad people, and bad places would still be there. Why move? She had never met Uncle Matthew or Cousin Olga. She didn't even know where they lived. She doesn't know stuff. Well, sometimes family is all over the place, and you can't really, know everyone, right? Like says, I guess so. Keep reading. Okay, all right. Ever since her father, Bernard Fraser, had died, sadness, things had gone wrong. The days were dark. There was more rain. More! Oh, that's a lot of rain. Jokes didn't sound funny. Moole spent much of her time imagining there were mice in a wall upstairs. The cat Bavard spoke, and there was a green lion. Is it green? You know it's green. But most of all, she felt like she was too. Could you turn the page? Okay. Having a little trouble right. Okay, here I am. I'm doing really well. Okay, people. So she thought she was sort of felt like two people. One was small and bright like Tinkerbell, while the other was large, dark and large, like a black rider. Was that a Lord of the Rings reference? Yeah, just a little bit. She hugged a sketchbook and gripped a pencil. The cold had gotten in, even though she was bundled up. Her wet yellow raincoat covered up her faded dress and sweater of holes. The skin under her curly hair itched, as did her feet in her army boots. Why does she wear army boots? Well, you know why. Tell me again. Okay, it's because when I was a kid, about that age, I wore army boots. Why? Oh, they were just kicking around, and they were comfortable and interesting. Okay. In the window, so because there's a shop window, a lemon yellow dress glittered as though covered in snowflakes. Ooh. It was the perfect dress, at least Moole thought, and she wouldn't be right without it. Behind Moole, passers-by passed under a lamp-post. Most wore raincoats or held umbrellas and gabbled like magpie birds. Cars beeped and honked. Rainwater splashed under feet and under wheels. A group of soldiers passed by. A full moon peeked through the clouds. Moole smelled yummy food and rotting garbage. 'Cause sometimes Vancouver gets a little stinky during the summer. Yeah, it does. It does. 'Cause, you gotta send that garbage somewhere, right? She imagined that a green lion stood beside her. He looked proud, but not brash. His fur was grass green. He looked soft and somewhat warm. This was Inbro. Was he green? Oh, you stop. He asked, Is this the dress? Yes, said Mole. Isn't it beautiful? A shivering man in foggy glasses. What are you doing? Pay attention. Sorry. Bumped into Moole and said, Sorry, didn't see you there. Moole ignored him. I suppose, said Imbro, it looks like something they wear On the moon. The moon, said Mole. It must be wonderful there. She imagined a crater full of blue water and white boats called gondolas. Pale houses ringed the shore. Gold light shone from the windows while reddish wolf people walked and loped under umbrellas called paraloons. Why do they call them paraloons? Well, it's because their parasols are for the sun. So sol is the sun, and then loon is for the moon, right? Okay. A woman done up in furs and holding a small dog bumped into Mole. The woman said, "Excuse me," like it was Mole's fault. "Are you going to a dance?" asked Imbrel. Because of the dress. Oh, I see. Out of the corner of Mole's eye, she saw a man approach. He wore a hat, suit, shoes, umbrella, and briefcase, all the same caramel brown color. There was something princely about him, at least to Mole's thinking, and she decided that he was going to the dance. She imagined a tarnished silver carriage with silver horse legs instead of wheels was waiting. A man with a rat's head, wearing a blue suit and wig, would open the door. Clopping silver hoofs would take the caramel brown prince up dark streets to a palace burning with color. Ooh! Mole could see the city twinkle below. Black gates would open with a squawk, and the prince would step out and through glass doors. Do you got a tickle too? Yeah, just a little bit. It's okay though. Keep reading. Oh, okay, all right. A warm, let's see. Oh yes, he would twirl his mustache as dancers twirled. So that was this prince. A warm feeling filled Mole. She imagined walking towards the prince with outstretched arms. She imagined dancing. "It's a bit pricey," said the Green Lion. Mole blinked her eyes. The prince, frozen mid-dance. The palace thinned. The fantasy melted in her mind like ice cream. The shop and the Green Lion returned. Mole felt angry. She put her sketchbook and pencil in her satchel and gave the dress a fierce look. "I like it," said Mole. She likes the dress. Okay. Her cheeks burned. With a sigh, she began to walk home. The sounds of the street dimmed and died. The moonlight lessened. Flash boom went the sky. Because like lightning, thunder and lightning. Okay. Imbrel can't talk, thought Mole. No matter how often I talk, he won't reply. It's, as her mother would say, in your imagination. It felt unfair that her thoughts leaked out and made the world more interesting than it was. Why live in a place when you could live in a palace, thought Mole. A breeze tangled around her. Mole's nose felt cold. Water trickled. She heard a hum. A train, she wondered. Where is it going? Ooh, mysterious. Yeah. Mole took out her sketchbook and began to sketch the area. She imagined Imbrel saying, "Aren't you supposed to be moving? Could you turn the page again?" Okay. "Don't start," said Mole in deep drawing. Sure, let's do that. "You escaped?" asked Mole. "To visit me?" He chuckled. "I should be flattered." Mole lifted her attention from her sketchbook. "Will you stop?" asked Mole. She felt a frown on her forehead. Imbrel's body twisted from his tail to his head. His face turned clockwise. "Is it tickle?" "Yeah, it's another tickle." "Your mother must have forgotten to pack you," said the lion. "I'm sketching," said Mole. "Stop moving." The lion, "Is he green?" "He's green." The lion looked away. It shook its fur like a dusty rug. "I'm too famous as it is. May I ask why you've broken out?" "I don't want to move," said Mole. She pouted. "I want to stay." "Oh," said Imbrel with a pop of his mouth. Yeah, kind of like that, or like that. Yeah, that would do it. "Don't make fun," said Mole. "What about the rat boys?" asked Imbrel. "Pierre and Robert." "They're my favorite." "Oh, yeah, you like them, eh?" Pierre and Robert, said Mole, pronouncing Pierre as Pierre and Robert as Robert, are mice. Stay still. They're moving with us. The lion gave a cheeky grin and with a click of his teeth froze. Mool imagined the yellow dress. She could easily see the edges of its hemline spin in a pirouette. It sparkled. I don't want to see my cousin. She's horrible, said Mool, dejected. And my uncle is a monster. Liar, said Imberl. I can tell when you lie. Your ears flutter. Mool pinched an earlobe. It might be good if you had a real friend, said Imberl. The mice and I can only do so much. I don't need anyone, said Mool. Everyone should have at least one real friend, said Imberl. Mool cleared her throat and hoped that Imberl would shut up. Her hyperactive imagination doomed any chance of friendship. You're a real girl, after all, said Imberl. You can't daydream all the time. There's food to eat, and doors to enter, and real people in between. He's kind of a Obi-Wan, or maybe like a Yoda. Why? I'm sort of like more of a Gandalf or a Dumbledore. Not really. Stop moving your mouth, said Mole. Stubborn mule, said Imberl. It doesn't matter, said Mole glumly. She felt sick from the hunger. She drew Imberl's coat. It seemed more like snaky armor than fur. She drew Imberl's face. She became lost in quiet stillness, finished the drawing, and held it up. Even though the body was like lightning, the face was warm and welcoming. She showed Imberl. You've captured me, he said. When is dinner? I don't want to go back yet, said Mool. She felt a bit hurt that he would brush her off. Dinner is lunchtime. It's supper. Of course, said the lion. I wish you were going, said Mool. I may take up a new post, said Imberl. He stroked his beard. Sounds stuck, doesn't it? Post. On that note, would you be so kind as to deliver this? With a clawed, rough-looking paw, he held out a long envelope. His fur smelled like rain drying on a sidewalk. And that is the end of chapter 1. You did very well. Are you tired? Are you a little... Oh, no, let's read chapter 2. Well, I saw a yawn there, so we're just going to try to sort of like, get you to sort of lay down, and we'll just see how you do, okay? Well, okay. Good night, everyone. Take care.